Welcome back, my friends. My name is Eric. This is Mellow7 Gaming, and today we are going to take a look at Magic Legends, the beta, the action RPG based around Magic the Gathering. But first, some serious news, commentary, whatever you would like to call it, before we get going. A good friend of mine, Ryan Sparks, was killed Monday evening. It's Wednesday morning at this point, in a single vehicle motorcycle accident. He was turning onto an on-ramp onto a local highway, drifted into the shoulder a little bit. It sounds like he hit some gravel and lost control of his motorcycle and was killed when he hit the guardrail. So if you ride motorcycles, as I do, as many of you probably do as well, be careful. This is California where you're allowed to lane split. People do ride on the shoulder on a regular basis to avoid traffic on their bikes, and all that's more or less allowed. And none of that's what got Ryan, let's be fair. But always be careful, right? I don't like to ride on the shoulder either in a car or a motorcycle just because that's where all the crap ends up. The gravel, the nails, the whatever, so... in this case, he was just turning right and beginning, and it could happen to any one of us at any time. But just be careful, wear your helmets, wear your gear, and drive safe, right? So, enough said about that. Let's go ahead and talk about Magic Legends, which hopefully will be a slightly happier topic. I'm going to go ahead and move myself down into... It's funny... in OBS, I call this bottom right, but I'm clearly in the bottom left. Magic the Gathering Legends Beta. So there is going to be what I will call, charitably, I believe, some manufactured outrage with this game. There will be microtransactions. This is based on Magic the Gathering, the original pay-to-win game. The original loot box game, right? This is what everybody else is trying to recreate with their microtransactions and loot boxes and booster packs. Magic the Gathering success is what started that. So if you are coming into this with any sort of expectation that there will not be booster packs and microtransactions, then frankly, you're an idiot. And if you're going to get outraged by that, you're just wrong, right? That is what this game is. Now, I know there's already some people talking about this being because of Perfect World, who's the publisher, who in the past has had games with microtransactions. Now, I haven't played any of those. I have played some early Perfect World games that I enjoyed quite a bit, actually. I like Perfect World as a publisher with the games I've played. I haven't played anything recently from them, I don't believe. So I didn't come into that with that kind of preconceived notion about the company as a whole. However, this is Magic. There will be booster packs. Just if that is something that doesn't interest you, then steer away from this game. But don't get butthurt about it. It is what it is. That is the business model for Magic the Gathering. And if you have any expectation of something else, then tough. And to the best of my knowledge, every computer game based around Magic the Gathering has had booster packs and microtransactions. Certainly the ones I've played have. Now, having said that, I played Magic for quite a while, off and on. I first played Magic, we started the weekend that Arabian Nights came out, which I believe was the first booster pack in the early 90s. Early 90s? Mid-90s? Let's see, 91, 92, maybe 93-ish? Not really sure exactly when it came out, when I was in college in Montana. My friend Chris brought it back, and we played a couple hands and then drove to the game store and bought way too many more cards. I've gotten seriously into it twice. I mean, such that I had boxes and boxes and boxes of cards. I've never been a huge fan of individual card protectors on my cards. I buy the cards to play the game, not because I was trying to get rich selling the cards later. And I always thought that was buy them as a collector or buy them as a player, but pick one, right? That's always been my opinion. But it is what it is. And I have played the computer games off and on. I do have at least one on Steam I think it's on Steam at the moment. And obviously Magic Legends. So this game is going to be free to play with microtransactions. Most people are going to say it's pay to win. I don't. Well, I haven't seen the cards we get from stock versus the cards we're going to get in booster packs. Generally speaking, Magic is not pay to win. You have to. You can't always play the specific meta at the time without paying money for booster packs in Magic. Yes, and you always are going to have to buy cards. That's just what it is. However, you don't have to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to get that one specific card to have an effective deck. And that's just not the case. You can keep your purchasing reasonable. And I have a sneaking suspicion that this game will be much the same. You can chase the rares and the fancy looking cards and that one specific thing that you want if you like. But you can probably also spend a reasonable amount of money for the hours that you put in this game, like you would for, say, you know, a monthly subscription cost or something like that, and be just fine. We'll find out. We'll take a look at that. Now, I've signed up. I am playing this through the Epic Store. You can see there's a couple little messages here as well. By signing up for the email, you get, I don't know how easy it is to see there, but you get a priest costume, which you can use when you unlock tailoring. I'm not sure how that works, but at some point you will unlock being able to do cosmetics, and we'll be able to use that at that point. So by signing up for the newsletter, you get that. Let me minimize this for the moment. When you create your account, you'll come in here and they will tell you that if you are playing this through the Arc Games website, you'll get a Gavoni, however you want to say that, Vigilante costume for your character, Bruiser skin for the Ogre Mortar creature summon, 2 drop boosts and 2 mission boosts. If you play through the Epic Games Store, you're going to get a Moorland Ranger costume, a Ranger Werewolf summon skin, and 2 drop boosts. So if you care about either of those cards, be aware that depending on the platform that you decide to start your account through is going to determine what your bonus is. You cannot get both of these. This game will also come out on, let's see, where did it say? Did it say elsewhere in this one? Somewhere. Here we go. It'll be on PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. So there'll be no cross-platform. You can't log into your PC, play for a while, log onto your PlayStation 4, and play for a while at the moment. Now, I don't know why that is. It seems to me that should be reasonable, but it may just be that servers that connect to these services need to be set up differently enough that they decide to do it that way. I think that's probably a waste of space. I think one set of servers set up with all the data information that goes out, but I'm not a software developer. I'm a former IT guy that got out of it because he didn't like it. So, you know, it is what it is. But understand that you can play on any of these. You can switch at any time, but you will have to start your account over again, essentially, when you decide to do that. So I would say pick the one you're most interested in playing on the most and stick with it. That would be my guess. There's a bunch of trailers you can watch if you like. And I think that's probably enough said early on. We've talked for a lot and we haven't seen the game yet. So let's find the legends here and we'll go ahead and hit play and see what the game looks like. Even microtransactions or real money involved for stuff isn't really even new for action RPGs. So if you're coming at it from that standpoint, I could see a little bit maybe not understanding kind of the culture of Magic. But you know, it wasn't that long ago that Diablo had a real money auction house for items as well, which is probably the worst implementation of kind of real money for stuff I've seen. I mean, I guess you get what you pay for, but we'll see. This game did just update, and apparently now we need to patch once we log in. So understand that apparently it downloads the update in the background and then it patches when you load. Okay. We'll see how that goes. Music sounds good. Hopefully... Ooh, that's a good question. I wonder what my settings are. Hold on just a second. Hopefully I'm still recording. I don't know what I'm set up for at the moment for tracks. Recording. Okay. What I'm going to do right here, I think I'm still set up properly, but I've been recording stuff for not this for so long now, for it feels like a few months, that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn down the desktop audio a little bit. I'm going to turn me down a little bit too. And then hopefully I'm set up such that I can adjust game volume separately. Fingers crossed. And I'm going to lower it a little bit here on the desk too, because it is loud. But it sounds good. I like it. All right, so let's take a look at options before we go into it. We've got graphics, audio, graphics settings. I'm playing this on a GTX 1070 with I think a Ryzen 9. One day graphics cards will be affordable again, and we'll upgrade that. But anyway, so it automatically set us on high. Video card, we're on auto. Yep, 1070, and we'll just leave that as what it is. We're playing in windowed maximized. Okay, gamma. Should we take a look, see what's under the graphics settings? That apparently. Overall volume, music volume, voice volume. Sure, looks good. We're going to close the options and we'll go ahead and say new Planeswalker. So I have done very little. I've watched a couple quick videos on this, but I don't really know much about any of the classes. I do know that at launch now, potentially, there is a class that can only be, that is locked and is most easily unlocked with money. It can be unlocked with in-game currency, but it's going to take a pretty serious grind, at least as the balance is set now. Now that may change, so we'll see. So what do we got? We've got a Geomancer here, controls Earth, nothing more than rock-covered fists and the power of the very land itself. So I'm going to assume these are going to tie into essentially the colors and the mana types within the game itself. So we'll see how that goes. Red, green, they did yellow here, but I assume that's white, blue, black. So let's see if these are all single color decks or if we're gonna have multicolor decks, because I don't know yet. So this is our red deck right here. Magnifist, Volcanic Fury, and Furious Leap. Final hit, okay, interesting. Our forest, our green, is the Beastcaller. Oh, yep, it says right there green mana. I'm assuming it said red mana up here. Yep, and gave us the correct logo. I just wasn't reading closely enough. Okay, I do like that little effect as we go before. That transition's nice looking. Green mana, Beastcaller. Embodiment of the Wild, Force of Nature with devastating axe attacks. Never alone, the Beastcaller charges into battle with their trusty Aether Fox, destroying their foes and impeccable teamwork. Now, traditionally, this is where all your big monsters come from, at least when I played. I don't know what the current meta is for the colors. Red had some direct damage, as well as some orcs and goblins and some summons there. This was kind of your big crazy worms and stuff like that. So we'll see how that goes. Wild Slash, Rending Throw, and Wild Roar. Heal yourself and your companion. Okay. White also had some interesting summons. This is your Sarah Angel, right? Classes that had kind of some special abilities, I would say. We'll see how this one plays. The Sanctifier is the icon of all that is holy, supporting the creatures and allies from distance. With the support of an angel and their powerful healing abilities, the Sanctifier calmly dispatches foes with piercing bolts of light. Divine Bolt, Wave of Radiance, Salvation. Blue is kind of your more magic-y, your tricksy deck. So this is your counter spells and that sort of stuff. Stuff that's maybe going to cause you to discard cards. These are the decks that people don't like to play against. Master of Mental Magic, the Mind Mage manipulates how one perceives the world around them. Enemies should take caution because they're trapped in illusion. The Mind Mage attacks their psyche directly. Okay, Mind Lash, Barrage of Energy Orbs, Confound, Illusionary Escape. Okay. And then your black mana, so this is your death summons, kind of some insta-kill type of stuff. An interesting class. I play a lot of blue-black decks in my time, but I've also played a lot of red-green decks. Played solid color of pretty much everything in the past. Let's see. Necromancer attacks from a moderate distance with their dark magic, summoning an array of undead to assist in combat. Understands that life is temporary and even death can be useful. You know, you might have sacrifice things here where you get something from sacrificing one of your characters or your monsters. Grim Siphon, lash out with Necromantic Pendulum. I guess that's that. Crozier, is that what they call that within kind of Catholic incense spinning stuff? The damage over time also heals for 10%. All right, so it's a dot, but also a hot at the same time. Interesting. I like that. Grave Upheaval, deal damage to foes in an area around the target foe. Create 1/1 skeleton tokens for 30 seconds at that location. Each skeleton still on the battlefield from the previous use is replaced. Okay, so you can only have the 2 of them from this at any one time. They last for 30 seconds or until they're killed. Sacrifices any active skeletons from Grave Upheaval to empower an aura. Okay, so we can either let them go or we can pop that. And it looks like that's that. Honestly, so far, the black seems the most... Deal damage to foes in a cone. Confuse one that was not... Okay, and stun the rest. All right, so this was going to be our crowd control. And then we can throw a dude up there to do that. Okay. Dealing damage. I guess that's the wave of radiance right there that we just saw. And you and creatures you... Okay, gain a devotion counter, and we heal. When we get 4, we create a 4/4 angel with lifelink for 20 seconds. Okay, so that's the angel there. So I'm assuming that's our divine bolt. That's our wave of radius. We got our 4 icons. Bring down our angel. Okay, worth looking into these a little bit more closely. Roll an axe and mark foes. Killing marked foes restores health to you. Okay. And heals yourself and your companion plus an additional amount over 6 seconds. So an instant plus a little bit of hot. Heal yourself and teleport it to your location. I guess brings your pet to you. Okay. Let's see if he does. That's the axe, the rending throw. Okay. So what it does is you get separated by your pet's getting beat up, you wild roar, it heals you and the companion, pulls the animal back to you, and taunts, so you get attacked for a little while it does what it does. Okay, I think that makes sense. And then obviously this is gonna be your most kind of your most kind of straightforward class, I would guess. Punch things, we get a combo, we do more damage. We consume an amount of shield equal to 5% of our max health to deal additional damage. Okay, so we've got a shield and we've used some of that. And leave. You know what? I'm just gonna go with Necromancer. Going into this, I was reasonably certain that what I wanted to play was a blue deck, and I might still come back to that. I'm sure we can play all of them at some point, but I don't know. I just think this is more of a delaying tactic, right? Kind of the crowd control. So I'm going to try this one. I like the skeleton summons. I like being able to sacrifice stuff. We'll see how that goes. Customize. Okay. Oh, here we go. We can be big and badass. Okay. I'm fine with that. Face. I mean, they look very distinct here, but there, you know, the color difference is pretty minimal due to the purple lighting effect. So I don't know. We'll see kind of how it goes. It looks like you have one of each and then they get older. Sure. Oh, and then you can play with your skin color on top of that. Okay, that's why. So what we're really looking at is here to here. So, okay. So the one is just essentially bone structure. And then the rest of this is your skin color. So we'll go something like that. Hair-wise, we're wearing a hat, but we can have kind of your big spiky, I don't know. I had a word for it, but I can't think of the anime I was thinking of. But anyway, We've all seen that. Or we can have it pulled back into more. Can we spin? Very, very slowly. We'll go wild crazy hair, right? We're the undead necromancer. And facial hair. Well, this is the important bit. There. Now we'll just go full beard. Full and rugged. Yeah. Full and rugged. So we say. Alright. Name. Hi Jello. What are you doing down there? Of course the cat's awake. It's not one of my videos unless the cat interrupts us at least once. So I'm gonna go feed her and we'll be back to name our character. Alright. Gaia Sacred Vow, huh? No. Since Jello's interrupting us, we're gonna go Jello. Invalid white space in name. Huh. Oh, because I put a space at the end of the name. Got it. Well, you know, Jello was actually named after Jello Biafra. Whoops. Is that how he spells his name? We'll go with it. We'll go just straight Jello Biafra. We'll just own it. We'll go with it. I don't know what he'd think about being a necromancer. Probably not. I think he's more of a full of life kind of nut job. But Jello's a black cat, so we're gonna go with this. She was named after Jello because they're both spazzes. That's essentially where it came from. All right, each class is a max level 30. Reaching max level with a class will unlock a trait that can be slotted into any loadout, okay? We're loading the meditation realm. Ranking up spells dramatically improves the performance and boosts your loadout score. Okay, so the spells themselves can be loaded. And we know that the summons, because the unlocks and stuff we saw that you could get with the accounts means that you can change the skins of some of your summons as well, which is kind of cool. You can use the consignment broker in the Sanctum to buy and sell spell pages, world enchantments, and booster pack rewards. Okay, so we can auction those. So if there's something specifically you're looking for, you should have some access to get to that. It looks like it's doing its patching as it loads things individually. Looking up at the top left, so we'll see how that goes.
Only balance. Every thread in the tapestry has a purpose.
Uh-oh. Still patching in the background.
Do you even know what the etheric lens can do?
I know what you told your guild master, and that's all I need to know.
So, a stalker and an eavesdropper.
And your death, if you get in my way.
Was that supposed to be a threat?
Their mouth doesn't match any of their words, but... Whoops. Don't get distracted.
A turned back is as good as stolen breath.
It's a little bit glitchy, right? Seeing little, I don't know if it's just because of the particle effects. It's struggling a little bit with those. And I'm not seeing any reason for the computer I have to struggle with this, to be fair. I kind of like the out of focus blur, but then it kind of glitched to that. So yeah, the graphics are performance, Now it may still be doing some patching and stuff in the background that we're not seeing a notice for while we're up, so potentially that's that. All right, left mouse button on target. Left mouse button on target to use the primary attack. Hold shift to stay in place. Okay, well that's normal. And if we, okay. All right. I guess we'll come up here and see if that clears when we start shooting stuff. All right, so left Interesting. Okay. So you're not actually... Hold left mouse on target to use primary attack. Oh, wait. It doesn't seem to matter. If I hold the left mouse button, it shoots that way. If I hold it over here, it still shoots that way. It only shoots where you're facing. It's got nothing to do with where your mouse is. And right move spins us. Okay. Of course, Jello ate her food, and now she's back. Looks like F to interact.
Thanks for that.
Hey, Jello, you just have to wait now, baby. You got your food. Unless you're also out to kill me, then we probably need to have a different conversation. So what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Let's see. I don't know. I was.
Oh, no, I know that look. Perplexed, disoriented, maybe a little amazed. That was your first planeswalk, wasn't it?
Oh, my first plane's what?
Well, that duel broke my gear, and you need some answers. How about we make a deal then? You help me catch up to my attacker, and I'll explain as we go. Sound good?
Sounds like a deal.
My name is Raul Zarek. Follow me.
WASD to move.
I don't recognize the magic surrounding this barrier, but I'm sure I can get it open. Stand back and observe. There, got it. There's no telling what our guest is capable of, so watch my back and try to keep up.
Yeah, the voice and what's happening on the screen aren't synced even a little bit.
Well, look at that. I'm allergic to pollen, so let's just go the other way, huh? Oh, yeah, our deal. You are a planeswalker. You have a spark of sorts inside of you. When that spark ignites, it grants you unique abilities and enables you to travel between worlds. You'll get used to planeswalking. For now, why don't you show me what you can do?
Oh, activate your secondary, hit Q. Okay.
That was pretty cool. Got any other tricks?
Okay, use your utility ability. Okay.
Remind me of someone. Oh, more of her plant things? Use your abilities to handle them and I'll get the barrier.
All right, go ahead and attack there.
Almost got it.
All right, there's a little bit of a timer on him, so you can't just pull him, sacrifice him, and then pull him back up again. And pull him back up. Sit back here behind our skillies.
Barrier's down. Let's go.
Okay, we're getting something. Is that health? Is that life? It's a green bar and they're green sparks. I don't know if they're green because we're killing green items or if that's supposed to be health.
Spells come in different forms. Sorceries, for example, are spells that directly aid allies or harm foes.
Okay, so we've unlocked the Butcher. 2 black mana there. Deal 488 damage to foes in a cone. Critical deals 100 additional damage to foes with 50% or less health. Okay. Sometimes finesse is overrated. Wailing Souls, a colorless mana, or a mana of any color, I guess is more accurate, and 2 black. Sorcery, it's going to be a condition. It deals 265 foes in a straight line, and then creates a hazard that deals 397 damage to foes inside it over 10 seconds. Does this just mean a direct damage? Is that what our little arrow icon is supposed to mean now? Foes in the hazard have lesser snare. So, all right. So it's going to do damage in a straight line, then create a hazard, I assume, over that same straight line that continues to do damage and also slows them. Okay. And now we're seeing our ideals here. So Butcher's this one. This is going to be the hardest thing because you're going to, once you build your deck,
while I tend to the next barrier.
you're going to get random cards down here based on your deck, right? Might as well bring up my skellies. No reason for me to take damage. Okay, so I need to be watching my mana, which I assume is at the bottom? All right, let's just throw that out. Now, anybody else that wanders into it, yeah, takes damage. Okay, I do one, yeah. So yes, so that is our mana right there.
Every spell requires mana, as I'm sure you've noticed.
All right, so you gonna finish that?
There, it's down. Let's keep moving.
Now, out of combat, we seem to have stopped generating mana. So maybe we only generate it while we're in fights. It doesn't seem to recharge in between.
But power is just potential if you don't give it direction. Many sorceries can be aimed strategically at a specific target or two. Or 10. Here, I'll conjure up some targets for you. Let's see what you've got.
All right, two-stage targeting. Hold button to show target, release button to cast spell. Okay, so if we go and we hold one, oh, look at that. Okay. And this one, I'm gonna move here. There we go, okay. We'll do the same for just our regular, oh, it will. Oh, okay, so when we hold it down, we can put it wherever we want.
What timing? More gas.
And in this case, it was just the skellies. What happens if we do just our left button? No, left button we can't do that for. Okay, I like that. Now, I did hear some people complaining that they felt that the speed of combat was too slow. I like it so far because there's more to it than just hit the button and have everything die, right? Mana appears, yeah. Oh wait, so health and mana, yep. I like the fact, I mean, that extra little bit of time, A, because you're gonna have to figure out what spells you have, although I'm told that that comes fairly quickly.
She left a whole swarm. How kind of her.
Yep. There we go.
She's quite the summoner, whoever she is. Now, where was I? You can also learn creature spells, which summon forth beings to fight by your side.
All right, now we get our zombies. Summon 3. So these are not our standard 30-second ones, I don't believe. So it's going to cost us 4 mana total to cast that. Now, as far as I can tell, we're just a single color deck. So you can just think of this as 4, period, and not think about it more. If we had a multicolor deck, which I assume is maybe the class that's locked behind early, or other things you'll be able to get, then these you might have different mana bars based on that. And I'm not sure exactly how it would determine where that additional mana would come from. We'll just have to kind of see. Creature zombies. So that's going to get us 3 zombies, 15 DPS with 550 health. Okay. And in theory, we should get that down there. All right. Casting a spell removes it from your hand. Yep. And then we get a new one in our deck.
And use what you've got.
So this is how that kind of random is going to go. And that's why building your deck is going to be important. In Magic, having a deck that consistently pulls cards you expect is good. So generally a small deck or a deck that has a lot of copies of the same cards that you want in there is what's important. So I don't know if this is going to be the full length of our deck or not. Excuse me. But you can see here it tells us creatures, points, sorcery, enchantments, so on and so forth. How many mana they cost. That's pretty cool. I like that. Building the deck's going to be important. If it doesn't have a good deck building, you're going to have a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll cast our new, see, we got a new one here, Scathe Zombies. We'll throw them up. That one leaves it. It drew the Butcher. We only have 3 cards, so they're just going to cycle as we go. I am curious as if we hit E, if it will sacrifice these. But I'm not going to right now. There we go. Okay. And we may as well throw up some more, because we can. There we go. And again, I'm not sure what this does, but I'll take it. Yeah, it looks like health. It looked like my health bar flashed when I picked it up. Okay.
Whatever this creature is, it's no joke. Be careful.
Yeah, okay. I'm not seeing a flash there, but maybe just because we were at full health already.
Good.
All right, unearth. Root target foe for 2 seconds and deal 109 damage 4 times and a cross centered on that target. Okay. So a root and a DPS that's going to DPS or dot a bigger area, right? So four pulses, and that's going to be your most expensive one yet. 5 mana. We've got Waiting Souls and Unearth, so that's our root. And that's that. Do we not have a... And it tells us the cost right here. So 3 black, or in this case purple, and 2 of any color. Okay. Those guys stay up because they were already cast. That's nice. Foes. Okay, so we got our snare and our root. So we could do one on top of the other.
I got what I came here for. So this is where we say goodbye.
Uh-oh.
Remember everything I've taught you, and we'll make it through alive.
So let's go ahead and put... Whoops. That one. And then that one. And we'll throw that out. We'll throw some more skeletons out there. Looks like that's... We can just knock off these guys that don't have too much damage on them. One is our root. Oh, it looks like it just put it in front of me. I'm not 100% sure how that one's working yet.
Wait, what's that?
Okay. Hit that real fast. Fire off both of those. Get everything in. I can't... Can I spin the map? No. Okay, well, I'm not a fan of that because I can't see him. Two. Let's go ahead and fire that up there. That one is... If I hold it there and I hit 1. Ah, there we go. Okay, I saw the cross there. Okay. Finish off that guy. Throw our root down. We'll just keep pounding on him. And we'll get more skeletons. Okay, so it looks like when we cast that, it gets rid of our others. So if you still have original skeletons left, then there's no point in casting it. So it looks like at the moment 5 skeletons is as much as I'm going to have. I expect 2 of these to disappear after 30 seconds.
Should I follow in her wake?
I don't know if the 30 seconds is only 30 seconds in combat or just 30 seconds though. I'm going to sit here for a little bit and we're going to see what happens. Yep, there they go. Okay. Okay, get close and hit F.
I'm not sure what hurts more right now, my back or my ego. If she overheard the entire conversation, then she... Oh, this could be bad. If you focus on the scar left by her planeswalk, you'll follow in her wake. Wherever it takes you, you must try to stop her. Please, just trust me on this, and I will see you again soon.
Okay. All right, we've been going for a little while here. I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here, and we'll be back next episode as we follow in the wake of the mysterious woman. And I like the kind of the weird tadpole, eel, fish thing swimming down there out of energy. So we'll be right back. Well, tomorrow. Cheers, guys. Ride safe.